really like tales and stories. I can never decide what I like the most, if introduction, developments or endings. I think it depends on the end. If it is happy, I choose as my preferred. All the ends lead to another introduction. There's when the break between one tale and another occurs. I'm going to tell you my story in which the end of one tale represents the introduction of another incredibly amazing. During the end of my beautiful time for EF school, I decided to become an EF ambassador. This is when the story starts. I discovered that my EF experience didn't finish when I arrived at Buenos Aires airport, or maybe it did, and this is why it's surprising, because being an EF ambassador is another tale, another level of EF adventure. Before telling you the development, I tell you a little prologue. Young student woman, 22 years, living in forestry and mountainous Patagonia, who likes traveling, knowing and sharing the start her adventure as an EF ambassador. I've got a very particular case. My town only has 40,000 inhabitants. Some of them still carry their children to school in a house. Our tallest building is 5 floors tall. No building is taller than the smallest mall. To offer language courses in this village environment has advantages and disadvantages. This is why it's so interesting and represents a challenge for me. Most of the people in my little city see a trip abroad as an impossible wish. There are a few families that can travel to the Caribbean or maybe Europe. My fifth challenge was to break this myth. It isn't about pasting posters on my neighborhood. It isn't about dealing flyers on the streets. Being ambassadors is even more than telling your own experience. I think being ambassador is the perfect combination of being the protagonist and the spectator at the same time. Why? It is not about persuading someone to travel with EF. It is about generating the enthusiasm, recalling our EF moments that we consider significant, triggers and multipliers of frenzy. An ambassador is this, a multiplier tool of enthusiasm. An ambassador is an incentive bomb who wants to share and spread its sense around. Sometimes the idea of traveling excites most of the people, but here is when the conflict of story appears. They have doubts, questions, and they still have the feel that it's impossible. Here is when the hero of the story emerges, the ambassador, as if the interested one. This is why I told them that it's not about brochure and bookings, but generates the most comfortable environment in which the person could bring out its doubt and take a decision. I think we have to dedicate more time to establish a link with the interested ones, and that recommend the destination. I mean, it's easier to recommend something if you already know the person. You can recommend anything if you don't know nothing about anyone. How do you recommend something to a person you don't know? Do you know what he or she needs? It's not about showing a book with all your established service and make them choose. The point is to accept the challenge of the current client needs. We'll have 2 points up, a happy interested person and a company which increments and fortifies its principal component, which is the human factor on all these carves out. It is across the links that the people feel comfortable to talk about anything. It's with a bot that shares all its doubts. Before selling anything, you have to find this link. It doesn't have to be a friendship, but the secure channels, a connection, convenient to both the ambassador and the interested one, in which they can have a fluent communication. The relationship between the ambassador and the interested one has to be a round trip. The ambassador can never forget that he or she was an interested too. We are not selling a product. It's not like going to a supermarket and choose the best jumbo. You are selling moments, experience, and the only evidence and testimony of this is a person that already passed through it. Here's when the hero takes the secret and magic weapon, the tool that every ambassador takes when they have already made the link with the interested one, their own experience. An info meeting could have brochures, some flyers, some posters, some banners, but must have food, mate, and a pre-talk about something. The human factor has to be in the info meeting. This connection of what I'm talking about is the free way of confidence. To know what the interested ones need, you have to know them before. In my own, I never wait the calls after I put a poster on a supermarket. I involve with the social aspects. I put EF stands, fairs and carnivals. I organize EF activities at the park. I go to concerts to hand out some flyers and brochures. I found myself playing the guitar, singing on the street to take the attention of people. I go to school to talk with the children and organize meetings at the university buffet with my classmates and teachers. Many times I have to go with people of 60 years to the bank to make their booking, or I have tea time with someone in its house to complete its subscriptions. The ambassador has to become a facilitator with predisposition. My work doesn't finish when the interest is paid. I'm with the people during all the experience, telling more things about the city that they have chosen, showing photos of the school that they will know, making the flame of emotion still lighting, establishing a continued life of exaltation. It is about making the experience start at the moment of description and not when they arrive at the place. My person, my testimony worth more than any brochure I lead. I am the lead argument of what EF represents. Part of all human relationship is communication. Communication shields of kind of sensations, promotes the compressions, further the union, improves the harmony and improves the links. The ambassador mission is not more than a few activities from a unique thought. Live the language. Learning another language is to go far away your borders of communication. It's to stretch the limit of what you understand to what you would like to understand. You're not learning just a language. A language is full of customs, cultures, tradition, and other contributions that make us grow up, make us feel and think in different ways. Anywhere in the world could be your home if you can communicate and share. It is like taking your skyline on your hands and choose where it is going to be. Here is when the story ends. It is not about learning a language, it's about live the language.